Welcome to my parlor. Welcome, traveler, to the Hidden Corner Finds. I am Joanne, and this is my humble store. Pull up a chair, stay a while, make yourself at home. What? Oh, you want to know what I'm selling? Everything and anything. In short, I have a passion for peace. Ugh, why did it just bleep me? All I said was, I have a passion for picking, I said. Yeesh. You can't say anything on YouTube these days without this censorship. Anyways, as I was saying, I have a passion for picking. For me, there is nothing more satisfying than finding a unique and forgotten item and uniting it with someone who will really appreciate it for years to come. Whether it's a soapstone carving, an old book, or simply a mug to make you laugh, I try and find something for everyone. My goal is to make you a confident buyer. Older items often have a lifetime of stories to tell. I strive to describe the good as well as the bumps and bruises they've experienced along the way. It's important that the pictures reflect what you will receive. To that end, I always encourage questions and will do my best to respond as quick as possible. Appreciate you stopping by the store. If you can't find what you're looking for, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'm always looking for new ideas and will keep an eye out for your item in my travels.
I mean, what the happened to my action figure collection?
Whoops, gotta go. Bye.
And welcome back to Survival Saturday with Johnny Tiger on March 2nd, 2024. Today we're going to look at this nice little knife. This is another Master USA. So again, it is what normally would be called a budget line knife. Very, very affordable. This one became available somewhere between 2016 and 2018. This is the Master USA MU1127 neck knife. Um, Incidentally, this one is very sentimental because this was the first gift I gave to Kitten. I know, I'm that weird guy who didn't give roses or chocolate. I gave a knife. But I believe in keeping people that I care for safe, and giving them a knife, teach them how to use it is what I do. So, first, a little bit about the stats. There's not much to it, so this one should be pretty simple, although it is a very nice little knife. And little it is, if you see how it compared to my hand, it is almost entirely going to disappear kind of in my grip like this when I close my fist around it. The whole knife. Okay, this is nice. This is nice. Right? Very low profile, very flat, um, very easy to conceal. And when you wear this as a neck knife, as the way it is intended, uh, it has a very small footprint. So it's not going to look weird under your shirt. And even if you wear it outside your shirt, it doesn't really catch people's attention that much. The brand, as we mentioned, is Masters USA, and the blade itself is 1.75 inches long. The entire knife is about 3.25 inches long. The blade is stainless steel. There's a finger hole between the blade and the grip, and the grip is very interesting. This is a pistol style, a pistol grip. So this sits inside your hand when you put your finger through the fingering, and then it will butt up against the inside of your palm. So you use this when you punch. This act like a little push dagger. It's really cool. On the back, there's a tiny bit of notching jimping for your thumb to rest here on the back. Now there is no actual like guard per se. So when you close your hand around this, assuming you do it like I do, you stick your index finger through the finger ring and then you close your hand around it. Watch out! where your middle finger go because this middle finger, if you forget, it will slide onto the blade. You're very close to the blade, your middle finger. So keep this middle finger nice and tight. Because if you lose track of this, you will cut your own middle finger. There's no guard in front of your middle finger, right? So the hilt, the pistol grip, is black G10 material, and the sheath is like a little kydex sheath that the blade just snaps into, nice and secure. Again, very small knife, very low profile. Great if you want something that's not very obtrusive, and it will disappear under your shirt. I recommend this one for young people, children, women. Yeah, I know some people are like, "Whoa, did you just say children? You recommend children carry a knife?" Yes, I do actually, because knife is not just what you think. It's not just for killing people. I think everyone should carry a knife, if nothing else. If you get into an emergency, you need to have something that you can cut open seat belts and cut a rope and stuff like that for it. Like having a knife is just so much more handy than not having one. It's a tool first and weapon second. At least for me, that is. Now, with that said, this little knife, the way it is designed, it does make a good tool, but it is more for self-defense. This is one of those knives that really made for self-defense in mind, because when you start to cut with this, you'll notice that it doesn't give you a lot to work with. Okay, opening bags and packages will be okay, but if you want to like open a cardboard box or cut something seriously heavy, then this might not give you a lot to work with, right? But uh, slicing open containers and packages, this will be fine. If you need to use your knife to open a can or stuff like that, this will be okay. It is pretty sharp and pretty sturdy. Doesn't take much to sharpen. Now we'll put this knife on my person and give you guys a look, and we'll do a quick cutting test. All right, so I got this out hanging around my neck, outside my shirt. As you can see, it doesn't take up much space. Even if I tuck this under my shirt, you can barely see it, right? There's hardly any outline, not like a lot of other neck knife. So it is a very uh, good, easy knife, very good knife to carry. And we got a piece of plastic insert from action figure packaging here. Um, Let me come around closer to the camera. Maybe you guys can see it this way. These cutting things is always hard to do because I'm doing this at a really weird angle. So let's see. Snap, cut. As you can see, it slides off the surface when I drag. It doesn't have a lot of blade for you to work with, but it does have very good penetration. You find perch on plastic relatively easily, but to actually do good cutting, it's not so much. Like it cuts okay, but there's not a lot of knife here for you to work with. So uh, it's more of a jabbing and grazing and slashing job. Because the moment you try to pull, the knife is going to come free because well, there's not much of a knife there. Right? But as you guys can see, it cuts the plastic no problem. Um, this plastic is pretty tough material. Like you try to break this with your hand, it's very tough. Right? But with a knife like this, no problem. It will open this. Right? Let's say you got a plastic box, plastic package, a new action figure. and you try to open, this will definitely do the job. No problem. And while I have you guys looking at my chest and the knife, again, let me show you guys this. Uh, this is perfectly okay for one hand extraction. You don't need two hands for this. Although you definitely want two hands when you put it back in the sheath, right? When you grab this, what I mean, people do it differently, but what I do is my middle finger wrap around the pistol grip, and my thumb go on the top where the sheath is, and my index finger hook over where the finger ring is, and I push with my thumb and pull with my the other fingers, and this will come out and slide right onto my index finger. Now, normally you want this to go a little bit higher up on the index finger onto that second joint, but because I have fat finger, it's not going to go any higher, right? I don't want to force it because I don't want my finger to get stuck. So, in the end, what do I think of this? Well, as a utility knife, it's okay. I think this is one of those things that is obvious. It's a very small knife. So, I would say it works okay as a backup knife for utility, cutting some light materials, opening boxes and paper, stuff like that. No problem, right? You wouldn't want to try to cut heavy duty cardboard with this because there's not much of a knife for you to work with. As a survival knife, again, it's okay as a backup knife. I definitely wouldn't count on this as my main survival knife. It's too small. You can't use it to hack things, to hammer things. No. But as a secondary knife, might be okay to peel fruit, peel apple, or trim fat or stuff like that. It might be okay. Um, this knife is mainly the main focus is self-defense, right? How fast you can take this out, how well concealed this is. Not that I'm promoting concealed carry, but you make your own decision, right? You want to be safe, or you want to uh, be sticking to the letter of the law and stuff like that. It's all up to you, right? I'm just telling you, this is a very concealable knife, easy to hide on your person and easy to extract. And once you extract it, it's very hard for the person to disarm you. I can open my hand and this will still dangle on my finger, and I close my hand and I can punch with this. Whatever I punch, this knife is going right into the target. So this is a good knife for that kind of scenario. With that said, it is not a very intimidating looking knife. So if you try to scare off your attacker, this might not work very good. They might end up laughing at you. But that's okay. Once you punch them, they'll change their tune. Thank you for checking out today's video. We'll be back again tomorrow for some Soul Search Sunday.